Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a thumbnail using a free to use and open source program called GIMP. Now, don't get any funny ideas, but GIMP actually stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. And this is an open source software and anyone can download this, and it's freely available from the GIMP website. And I'll leave a link to the GIMP website in the description below. And now I'm going to show you how to create a thumbnail. Now, you might want to create a thumbnail for your YouTube videos or any other project that you might have. And using GIMP is going to be very easy. So let me show you. I'm just going to open up the GIMP software now. Currently, we are on version 2.10. Okay, so the first thing you're going to see when you open up GIMP is this screen here. Now, what you want to do is you want to click on File, you want to click on New, and we're going to create the width. We're going to do 1280 by 720, and then just click OK. Okay, so now we've got a blank canvas with a white background. Now, what I like to do is sometimes I like to create a gradient, and obviously you can use other images as well. So if you've taken images, you can import them into GIMP, and I'll show you that later on. But for now, we're going to create a gradient. So what you want to do is you want to click here, where it says you'll have an icon here which either looks like a bucket or a gradient. So you just want to click this and select gradient. And then if you click on this image here, you can select different types of gradients. So as you can see, you've got the default here that goes from black to white. I've gone with one called cold steel. I just click on that. Now if we just drag it like this across the canvas there, okay, and that should create the gradient. So you just want to hit return. Okay, now so we've got our background image there. Now you want to add some text. So you want to click on the A icon here, which is the text tool, and you want to click into the area you want to write into. What I like to do also is highlight the area which I want to write into. So this gives our text a bit of space in case your font goes large. And then you want to start writing. So let's say we're going to create a thumbnail, and we're going to call it how to create a thumbnail in GIMP. Okay. Now, as you can see, at the moment, it's just a regular text in black colored font. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this. Okay, so as you can see, once I've highlighted it, it's made it like squares. That shows that it's highlighted. You want to click over here where there's a colored square, and let's go with the color white. Okay. And what we're also going to do is we're going to increase the font to 100. Okay, so that's increased the font now. And what you want to do is you want to click away from the text tool, and as you can see, it's created the font for you. Now, the problem that we're facing here is that we've got a bit of a white background here, and we can't obviously put white text across this white background. It does not look that professional. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a stroke effect. Now, when I say stroke, I mean like a border or an outline for the text. So you might have seen other YouTubers do this as well on their thumbnails, where they've got like a black text outline around the white text. And I think this gives it, like, makes the text pop out more on a thumbnail, especially when you're looking at smaller thumbnails. You can clearly see the text if it's got white filling with a black outline. Okay, so what we need to do is, if you look at the bottom right area here, you need to right click this layer. So if you can see here, we've got a background layer, then we've got the text layer, and then you want to right click this, you want to click on duplicate layer, and that's made an exact copy of the layer that we just created. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to right click on this and click on alpha to selection. Now, as you can see, what this has done, it's highlighted the outline of the text that we've written. So you can see it's basically highlighted each individual area of the text. Instead of highlighting the entire workspace, it's highlighted each letter. Okay, after it's highlighted each character in the text, you want to click on select on the top left here, and you want to click on grow. Now, if we select over here, if we just use 5 pixels, so you can obviously go higher than this. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on OK. Now, as you can see, what this has done is it's made a highlight selection which is 5 pixels larger than our previous text. Now, what we will do is we will click on the bucket fill, and we will select a color here. And now, as you can see, we've got the bucket fill here. And to use this, it can be a bit confusing because normally in Paint and other programs, you click where the bucket is pointing, but on this, you have to click where the crosshair is pointing. So don't click on the actual bucket, click on the crosshair. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in a bit more so you can see. And what you need to do is just need to fill in the extra area that's been highlighted. So if I click on here, you can see it's made everything black on the outline. Some bits are going to be left out. So if you have a look at the letter O and stuff like B or anything that like hole in between, and also A as well. So that's been left out. So you have to do that as well individually. So if you just click here and then over here as well, and then we go to the middle of the A and here, and then the A here as well, and then lastly we can do B there. Now that's basically done the whole thing. If we just zoom out now, okay. So now we're going to select another layer and do Control A, and that's basically selected the whole background, so you can see what's been created now. And in my opinion, that does look quite professional in the sense that if we didn't have the background there, so let's say we didn't have the black backdrop, it would look like this. But because we've got the actual selection there, we've got the stroke effect now, so it does look quite professional in my opinion. Okay, so now what you want to do is you might want to bring in another extra graphic in here that you want to show. So I'm going to just import another graphic which I used earlier. So this is the actual GIMP icon. It's their logo which they use. Okay, so now as you can see on the top here, we've got our original workspace that we were doing the thumbnail on, and then we've got the GIMP logo. So what you want to do is you want to click on Control A, and you want to click on Control C, and you want to go back to your thumbnail, and you want to click on Control V. Now, because that was quite a large image, to be fair, this is pasted the exactly same size of the image into your workspace. Now what we want to do is we want to resize this image. So after you've pasted it, if you see at the bottom right here, it says create a new layer, okay, and add it to the image. So you just want to click this green icon here, and now it's made it into a layer. And as you can see, it's behind the text, so the text is on top and the layer is behind it. We want to go into the resize tool now. Now if you're loading GIMP for the first time, you might actually have the unified transform selected here. So what you need to do is, if wherever you see a arrow at the bottom, you want to click that, and you want to click on scale, okay. And now if we just drag it like this, you can see that I'm able to manipulate the image and make it bigger or smaller. So, and if you want to move it, you hover over the middle part here and just drag it like this. So I'm just going to leave it there, and then once you've scaled it to your liking, just click on scale over here. There we go. And just click on background again, and now we can see the actual image. Just going to move this up a bit more. Okay, now if you can see here that we've created text with a outline on it, and we've added an image to the selection as well. So that gives it a little bit more personality, basically, to your thumbnail. Okay, so if you're happy with this, you can go ahead and save the image, obviously. Obviously, if you want to add a picture to the background, so let's say, for example, you don't want to use the gradient, but you want to add your own picture, you can obviously import it as well. So I've gone ahead and saved a image, which is a free-to-use image, a royalty-free image that I've got from Google Images. So I'm just going to import that. Okay, so I'm going to copy this image. So I'm going to do Control A, do Control C, then I'm going to paste it into our image. Now, I'm just going to hide this logo that we created earlier. And what you can do, if you're happy with this image, you can just move it about, because it is, again, it is a larger image. It's got more pixels than our thumbnail would allow. Obviously, if you wanted to resize this, just click on the Resize tool, and you can reduce it as well if you wanted to. I'm just going to reset it. But yeah, the option to resize is there if you just click on that and then scale it down and then just drag it like this. So let's say you wanted to scale it like this, for example. And then obviously you click on the green icon here at the bottom to make it into a layer. Now, if we enable this as well, as you can see, this is out of place. So what we need to do is we need to scale this down as well. So I'm just going to scale it like this, move it across like so. Okay, and as you can see, we've now got our thumbnail with the text and the background image and our logo. So obviously you can play around with this, and you can either have it where you don't have a background, just have a simple gradient, or you can select your own images that you've taken and import them into this program. And you've also got your text here with an outline on it, which makes it look more prominent, in my opinion. Okay, so if you want to move your text slightly, so as you can see over here, our text is slightly shifted to the bottom area here, and if, let's say you want to move it a bit more higher. So if you see here, we've got two layers. One is the actual original text, and the other one is the outline. So what you want to do to make your life easier is you want to merge them. So if you click on the top layer and then select where it says merge down, so that's going to merge that layer with the bottom layer. And then if you want to click on here, which is the move tool, you can just move this basically. So I can move it here like so. And as you can see, that looks much more neater now. And it looks more better. Before it was down here somewhere. So you can just move this, you can move it anywhere, you can move it like this or like that. Bear in mind that you won't be able to edit the text after you've merged it. So make sure that you've finalized your text before merging anything, okay? Okay, so once you're happy with your image, what you need to do is you need to click on File, then you need to click on Export As, and as you can see here, it's going to save it as a PNG file. So you just rename it to 1, and then you want to click on Export, and then Export again. And there we go. So that's basically saved your image onto your desktop that you just created. Hope this video has been useful to you. If you've got a question or a comment, please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.